Manny X. I'm a Puerto Rican R&B artist from Providence, Rhode Island. What's good, man? I'm a producer, a singer, songwriter. I've been at it for more than 15 years collectively. Just working from the city of Providence with different artists, as well as myself, trying to push the music further. I started when I was in my teens at church. I grew into the music just kind of being around it. I was always attracted to it. And then in my teens, I taught myself how to play piano by ear. You know, God blessed me with a talent that I was able to develop over time. And that became songwriting, and the songwriting became production, and then that became engineering, and it all just kind of grew into this thing. What I love the most is that I can use music as a vehicle to connect with people. I always find it magical how music can take two separate bodies and sync them up just by the fact that they're both listening to one thing and they're both connecting to it. I think that when people vibe to music together and can connect, it's really the whole reason why we even have music. It helps build bridges between people. So that to me is what I love the most, is being able to connect, whether it's musically or lyrically. Just being able to know that someone's feeling what you're feeling is powerful. I would say biggest thing that influenced me is this notion of growth. I love to watch people grow in whatever they're pursuing, and I really love to witness my own growth. As an educator, I've been able to see growth take place in the classroom, and as an engineer, I've been able to witness growth in the artists that I work with. And every time that I witness that, it's inspiring. It fuels me because I know that I'm pushing something further in life that goes beyond me. I'm helping someone else reach their dreams, and that's inspiring. When I think about myself and the growth that I've experienced from my first projects to now, it just feels more empowering. So there's a little bit of inspiration coming from the outside and an empowerment coming from the inside, knowing that I've been able to do this when I started here. Writer's block, I think, is a pretty interesting thing that happens, you know. I think it occurs when we're probably overthinking or trying to do more than we need to with the lyrics. Sometimes we just get stressed out because we want to find the perfect way to word things, but really, I find different techniques to work through it. I might take the instrumental and go for a ride, or just make the song part of your daily life, but try not to write to it, just vibe to it. As a musician, I sometimes find that just playing over the song, soloing over the song, just getting familiar with the structure of the song is gonna inspire melody, is gonna inspire ideas. And the best way really is conversation. There's been times when the moment a lyric dawns on me is when I've been telling someone that I'm struggling to write. Oh man, I have this song, I'm like, it's at the tip of my tongue, like I could almost put it together, I just need to say blah, blah, blah. And in that conversation, it dawns on you, oh, this is exactly what I need to say. And so that's like, different techniques that I use for when I'm trying to work through the writer's block. Well, I think the artist part of me was born prior to the engineer, and it came out of necessity. At first, I was just writing songs on the piano and singing, and really it was just keeping them as memory because I couldn't record them anywhere. And then it came to a point where I had to decide, like, am I gonna pay somebody to record me, which I didn't have funds for, or am I gonna record myself? And so that necessity drove me to learn. So I taught myself how to engineer, and over time, the engineering part grew. I grew more into that, and my artist self just grew as the experience came. I was recording myself and listening back, so I was always critiquing the artist side of me that was focused on performance and like passion and making sure that like your tone is good and that your delivery is fine. That part of me as an artist I would focus on. And then as the engineer, I focus on the sound. Like, can you hear my voice? Are you separating the instruments more? Like, does it sound wide enough? Is it reverb right? Is it hitting? Is it punching? Like, all of these things became just part of my daily life. I would like go home and work on a song, and when I wasn't home, I was listening to the song while I was on the road or while I was at school. I'm just always critiquing. All of those experiences together really allowed me to transition it into the studio. And now, you know, I'm able to listen to an artist that's creating, and I can give them both perspectives depending on what they need. I could give them that artist perspective where we listen to the performance of the artist, or I could give them the engineer perspective where we talk about the technicality and like the sound of it. So it's just been something that's married into one thing for me at this point. Well, I think the biggest motivator is just knowing that our time is finite, and that at some point we're not gonna be here. And it might sound dark, but death is really like the one thing that pushes me. Like, I want to make sure that if I die tomorrow, that what I leave behind is a true representation of who I was as a person or as an artist. I want people to witness the growth. I want people to see the depth to my person through my lyrics. So a lot of times, every song I treat it like if it's my last. Every song I'm working with somebody, I treat it like it's my last, because it could be. And that motivation also gets me up. When I wake up, I'm grateful and I'm ready to get it, because I got another chance. You know what I'm saying? I got another day to continue to leave something of me behind, like little breadcrumbs of my life, little time capsules. I say this all day. One thing I wish I knew is I wish I knew how to bust back then, or even just the concept of it. Like, I wish I understood how to bust, because I used to know how to set up certain things, but I didn't know the exact use of it. So this knowledge that came to me in the last couple years, I wish it would have came to me a little sooner, because it would have just helped the growth be more profound by this point, you know. But I would say the one thing that I wish I knew is that God got my back. You know, I knew it then, but I didn't experience it enough to trust it like I do now. Now that I've lived life and have gone through things, and I've seen how God has helped me through situations, that has given me the confidence to say God is good. And I wish that I would have believed that before having to go through it, because then I could have succeeded in this way anywhere that I would have went. A lot of times, you know, like, we live in a small state, and the opportunities here for industry are a little slimmer than in other big cities. If I would have taken a chance on myself back then and gone to LA or something, let's say, you know, like, I wish I would have known that even in LA, it would have gone just as good as it's gone here, because God got my back. Currently, I'm working on an album called Escapism. It's actually been an album that I've been working on over the years, just like formulating it. It's not really like a traditional kind of format. And that's what I'm most excited about, that I'm not releasing music for the sake of just releasing music. I'm trying to release art, and I want the presentation and I want the music to all be an artistic expression more than just here's some songs for you to stream and get me some pennies. You know what I mean? Like, I want to give you guys something that is timeless and that gives you a message that goes beyond me. You know what I'm saying? I'm writing this album about my experiences with love, and I think it's gonna be something different for people. And I just gotta keep believing in that vision and push it out for you guys. So that's really what I'm focused on in these next couple months. I wanna just put that out and see what people think. I got a really awesome vision for it, and you know, that's kind of what's driving me. That, and just meeting up with artists and continuing to develop their sound and be a part of this city and contribute to the music scene in this city the way I've been doing. You can find me on IG. That's really like my main social media, you know what I mean? Like, IG, I am Manny X. Facebook, I am Manny X. My YouTube is Oasis Music Group, Oasis with a Y. And yeah, Manny X World, that's my MannyXWorld.com. That's like my main site. You can see a lot of links to everything else, including videos there. So come find me, man. Let's connect. Ooh, damn, I like this one. Yo, I don't know. Alright. Hero or villain for a day? Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with villain. Villains just have a little more fun. Like, heroes are always kind of like traumatized with the need to service other people that they don't sometimes get to just enjoy the fact that they're a hero. You know what I'm saying? They so caught up with trying to be responsible for other people. But villains, like, they living. They wild sometimes and a little reckless, but they living their life. So I would be a villain for a day, low key. Hey yo, what's good? It's Manny X, and you tuned into Upload by BO8. What's good, fam?